An annotated bibliography is an organized list of sources. It's different from a normal bibliography or reference list because you will also be writing an annotation for each source. In this video, we'll discuss what should be included in each annotation in your annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography is made up of a citation, summary, and analysis of each source. The length of the annotation can vary depending upon the professor, so you should ask your individual instructor if there are any specific requirements for your annotated bibliography. Let's start by discussing the citation. This is an example of a citation for a journal article in APA 7th edition. This specific video about how to write an annotated bibliography is being created for students in the Educational Leadership Program. For their annotated bibliographies, they need to find scientifically based research studies or empirical studies, most of which will be journal articles. Please note that APA 7th edition has a specific way for formatting journal articles. Notice that you use the author's last name and initials instead of writing out the full first names and middle names. Then you have the year, the title of the article, and then the name of the periodical. Notice there's a difference in the way that it is italicized. The name of the periodical is italicized versus the title of the article is not. There's also a difference in the way that you capitalize. These boxes explain in further detail. Then you have the volume number, which is also italicized. The issue number is in parentheses. Then you have the page numbers, and then finally a link to the article's DOI. The next part of your annotation will be a summary. Because this video is focusing on scientifically based empirical research studies, summaries of these type of studies will answer questions about the research question, the study participants, study design, and results of the study. In your summary, you should be giving a quick synopsis of these aspects of the article you're reading. The meat of your annotation will be the analysis. I've listed below some criteria you can think of when you're evaluating or analyzing the article you're reading for your annotated bibliography. A helpful way to remember is that these spell out the words radar. The first thing you can think about is the relevance. How is the source relevant to your problem statement? You probably have written a problem statement that you're looking at for your overall research question. Each of your sources in your annotated bibliography should be relevant in some way to that problem statement. Next, authority. What makes the author an authoritative source of information on this topic? What are his or her credentials? Next, because these are empirical studies, you want to look at the way the data was collected. Does the research design or plan match the purpose of the study? Are the participants appropriate to the research topic? Is the sample large enough to draw reliable conclusions? And accuracy. Do the results make sense? Are the possible limitations of the study adequately covered? Are the findings still current and up to date? And then last, the relationship. How does the source relate to the other sources or information in your annotated bibliography? Eventually, when you're writing a paper, you'll be synthesizing and bringing this information together. So you'll want to start thinking now about how your sources relate to each other. Though I've written out these aspects in the radar format to help you remember the different things you can discuss in your evaluation, you don't have to evaluate it in exactly this order. This was just a very brief introduction to writing an annotated bibliography. So if you have questions, please feel free to contact the library via phone, email, chat, text, in person, or you can book an appointment with a librarian. All of these options are available on our website, library.pba.edu, under the Ask Us section. And please check out the other videos on our YouTube channel to learn how to find scholarly, empirical, scientifically based research studies for your annotated bibliography.